I'm going to give you a very simple framework that's going to help you 10x your views immediately. Creating great content for social actually isn't that hard. A lot of people think that it's all about creativity, but I actually think that the data has given us the ability to understand it's really a science of understanding what people are wanting on the other side of the camera, how to get their attention, how to give them value. The reason why this framework, these steps are so important is the algorithms that this content is distributed out to your audience is looking for cues to know that this content is good. So if you drop off in the first 3 seconds, bad content. If you drop off in the first 15 seconds of a 5-minute video, probably bad content. So we're trying to do things at every step to keep people's attention. And so that's a big part of what this framework is to create. And so the framework that we're going to go through has really 4 simple steps today. Number 1, yes, it's all about the hook. I know you know this is a thing. We all know this is a thing. Everyone talks about it. There's visual hooks, there's text hooks. There's a lot of ways to get people's attention when you start. But the problem is I still see videos today and scripts today that social media professionals still aren't doing the work to really get people's attention in the beginning. And I don't know what the reason why is. I think a lot of it is just time and development, pushing ideas, bouncing ideas. What do you think? Is there a better way to do this? Going to your partner and trying to find out, is there a way that we could get someone's attention more quickly? What if we change this word or change this line? Literally for this video, just a few moments ago, we spent 4 or 5 minutes trying to get the beginning part of this video right to try to hook people in, to really give them that value. Take the time when it comes to the hook. Spend that time to figure out how can we get their attention and how can we keep their attention as we get into it. Here's a tip to try to figure out how do we lock in the hook really well. Anytime you have an idea, and we're going to assume you've already got a great idea, and if you haven't, that could be another problem, but we're going to assume you have a great idea. Anytime you have that great idea, make the person that's pitching it or writing it up or developing it, make them pitch back the first 10 seconds. Really help them tell the story. Where are you? What's the action? What's happening? What's on screen? If they can't communicate what's happening in those first 4 or 5 seconds in a way that gets your attention, then we don't have the beginning part of the video locked. And remember, if you don't have the first 4 seconds perfect, the rest of the video doesn't matter. They're not getting to that content. So that's why we got to take the time to really focus on what can we do on those first 4 seconds. Number 2 is get to the story. Get to the meat of why they're there. You said something in your title. They saw something in your hook that made them want to stay with it. Now don't bury the lead. Don't have a long intro. Don't spend a ton of time that stops them from getting the value that they actually came for. Whether they came for a list or for some education or even a story, make sure you get to the content fast and deliver on your promise. Number 3, re-engagements. I know everybody likes to point at Mr. Beast for a lot of content examples, but he does this so well. Some people will actually call re-engagements as adding more hooks into the video. So if your video is over 30 seconds, over 45 seconds, you've really got to find a way. You've got to work hard. You're in a battle for their attention. So you've got to find ways to re-engage. A joke, a teasing out of another thing that they're going to learn. There's a lot of simple ways to do re-engagements. TV did this for years. I know sometimes I talk bad about, TV and kind of creating things, but the way they used to have cliffhangers going into commercials, the whole goal of that was to keep you watching after the commercial. At the end of the day, anything we can do to keep people watching throughout the video, that's what we're doing as we're trying to create re-engagements. Number 4, pay the video off well. Man, there's nothing worse than someone sitting down and checking out your video, and the end, there's kind of like, what? Is that the end? It didn't really complete. It didn't close the loop. We talked about the information gap, right? You open an information gap, and it's something they want to know. The human psychology is they need to close that information gap. We've got to find a way that the solution is created as the video comes to an end. And sure, let's get out quickly. Let's have a tight call to action if we need to. But really, this last section is all about the payoff. Did you pay off the promise? Did you pay off the hook? Did you pay off the title and the description? As you get more of those things, and as you drive people all the way through, the retention is the thing that's going to tell the algorithms that this is valuable content. That's why all of this is important. If you've closed that loop well, and then you get out quickly, the last thing you want to do is have a long outro. So you need to get to the call to action and get out pretty quick. The framework for this storytelling technique is not new, but I promise you, there are tons of brands and millions of creators that are focused on hook, the meat of the content, re-engagements, and payoffs. And if you spend time on each section for any video, I promise you, your video views are going to exponentially grow. Thanks for sticking around so much. If you found value in this, you can always do the like and comment and all that stuff. But really, we ask for you to send this to your team or send this to your boss. That's really who we're here for. That's Radical Content, another episode in the books. We'll see you, everybody.